This is your GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we took out the Geth outpost on the planet Caspin for UNC Geth Incursions. Let's go ahead and take care of the rest of this assignment. We only have a few more worlds left, so let's go ahead and open up the galaxy map. We still have quite a bit of work to do, and I want to delve right back into the thick of things without wasting too much time. So let's go ahead and set our course for the Tereshkova system. Alright, here we are. Let's take a look around and gather any resources that might help us out. Here we have an asteroid containing a very unique League of One medallion. Let's go ahead and zoom out of there. And for each of these planets, like I mentioned before, I'm just going to collect the resources from them, and if you want to read the descriptions, feel free to pause the video and read at your own pace. If I ever do get around to reading the descriptions for each planet, it's going to be something that I do at the end of this playthrough for Mass Effect 1. There's no promise on that, so it may happen, it may not. But for now, just pause the video, read at your own pace if you wish. I like to keep things moving along. But here we're actually going to be hitting up the Geth outpost on the planet of Antibaar. This area is actually where we're going to be introduced to a new enemy that we have not seen before in this playthrough, save for the Codex vids. Let's go ahead and make planetfall in Antibaar. Before we do, I'm going to read the planet description. Antibaar is a cold terrestrial world with an atmosphere of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of iron with deposits of magnesium. The world has been noted as a possible target for long-term terraforming. If the atmosphere could be increased to the thickness of Earth's, the global average temperature would rise by 10 degrees Celsius. Antibaar's combination of low temperatures, high-speed surface winds, and low visibility make it dangerous to explore on foot. There's also another danger that we'll be encountering very shortly. So let's go ahead and get our squad selected up, and I'm actually going to stick with Rex and Tally. But it looks like we're set to go. Ladies and gents, we are go for planet Antibaar. Let's begin our orbital drop. Alright, we have touched down. What we actually have are some resources that are south on our little map right here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark this area right here, and we'll zip right to that location. So I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, here we are, and it seems we have ourselves a lithium deposit. We're going to make a lot of battery owners happy. Let's go ahead and scan this real quick and claim it for the Alliance. Alright, we now own some lithium. Good deal. We're going to upgrade our collection quests in our journal, and as I mentioned before, if one of the collection quests, if any part of it is complete, I will update that in the relevant video description. But let's go ahead and mark this area right here, and banzai! Alright, here we are, and we have ourselves a little bit of mercury this time. Let's go ahead and claim this for the Alliance. I'm sure we'd love to have a little bit of heavy metal. Heavy metal, baby, yeah! And there we go. Now, I want to point something out on the map. Anytime you see a circular depression like this, it's a good idea to stop and take a time to pause and put out a strategy, because areas like these tend to have thresher maws, and we're going to be seeing one in this episode. So I'm going to zip to the location of this little thresher maw nest on the map, right about here. And I will resume when I get to the edge of that area. See you in a bit. Alright, we are coming up on the edge of this supposed nest, and it looks like we have the telltale signs of a nest. We've got a circular area with little mounds sticking up here and there, but for the most part, it's a... Oh boy. Oh boy. Ladies and gents, you saw that. We have a thresher maw. Okay, we're gonna have to, since we're level 60, I'm not gonna bother fighting this thing on foot. These things These things have a one-hit kill capability. If you get too close, they will deliver a melee strike that can destroy the Mako in one hit and kill your squad instantaneously. There is no amount of damage protection that will protect you from a Thresher Maw's attack, so you gotta be extremely careful. Let's move up real nice and easy. Alright. Oh boy, okay, we gotta go ahead and start firing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay right here. The reason I'm doing this is if you move too much, the Thresher Maw will burrow underground and then resurface. Worst case scenario is the Thresher Maw may actually resurface right under your Mako, and that'll be an instant kill for you and your squad. So you have to be extremely careful when dealing with these guys. They are tough. They are not... You do not want to fight fair with this enemy. You do not want to do that. And if you have the background of Soul Survivor, you will remember that Thresher Maws actually wiped out Shepard's squad a long time ago. So Shepard has some personal experience with these things. Let's go ahead and just use the Mako to take this thing out. I'm not going to waste time fighting this on foot. We're not going to get any experience because we're already maxed out. So let's take this thing down as quickly as possible. This is actually a pretty nice strategy. Keep in mind, if you get too close, this thing will use its claws to deliver a powerful melee attack. It is a one-hit kill, and it will pretty much ensure that you and your squad are taken to the morgue. So, don't play around with this thing, unless you really want to. In the future, I may decide to go ahead and fight these things on foot for a little bit of fun, but I'm not feeling it right now. Right now, we got a little bit of work to do. And I apologize right now, I've got a lot of traffic. My apartment is situated on the edge of a highway, so you may hear the sounds of vehicles moving back and forth. Can't really do anything about that, so again, my apologies. But let's take a look around here, and it seems that we have ourselves a little bit of a Geth slaughter going on. Let's examine this wreckage. The vehicle and the human corpses show the telltale signs of Geth weapons fire. The Geth have been mangled by the Thresher Maw. At least they got what was coming to them. Well, I would never want to wish our Thresher Maw attack on any of my adversaries. It's just a bad way to go. But let's move up, and it seems that we have ourselves some sort of artifact, obelisk of some kind. Let's move a little closer, and it seems we have ourselves a Prothean ruin.
En route.
Let's go ahead and salvage what's over here. We can recover ourselves a nice little Prothean artifact. Now, these Prothean ruins are actually few and far in between. There is one here. There's also another Prothean ruin on the planet of Elitania, and we have not yet been to that area, but once we go to the planet of Elitania, we've got a very unique moment with Shepard, and I'm going to, once I get to that, I'll show that to you guys. But for right now, we've taken care of the Thresher Maw nest. Let's go ahead and collect the resource right here, and I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, here we are. We got ourselves a little bit of magnesium. Let's go ahead and survey this deposit and claim it for the Alliance. Now keep in mind, if you're importing games into Mass Effect 2, depending on how many of these things that you survey, if you complete the collection quests, you can get a nice bonus that'll help you out with building up upgrades and weapons and such in the second game. So the collection quests do have a purpose. They will give you additional resources when you start up a profile in Mass Effect 2. So, let's keep on moving, and we're going to be meeting right here, this debris pile. Alright, here we are. We are on the debris pile. Now, we are actually pretty close to the Geth outpost, so unless you get out on foot, your sensor may be jammed. But let's go ahead and just salvage this thing real quick. Collect the materials. Nothing that I really want, but that's okay. Alright, now, we are actually due south of the Geth outpost. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my vehicle to here, and we're going to set up for our assault. So, see you in a bit. Alright, we're beginning our approach towards the Geth outpost. Now, this area is extremely dangerous for the Mako because you are forced into a choke point where you don't have much room to maneuver. So you got to use your cover very carefully. And it seems we've already alerted the Geth outpost here. Let's go ahead and move behind cover. Right, and get set up. What I'm going to use the Mako's cannon to snipe these guys from a distance. Alright. Take this guy out real quick. There we go. Done deal. Amazing. I like that. Okay, we got ourselves a Geth Colossus. It's already zeroed in our position, so let's do our best to take this thing out as quickly as possible. We do not want to make this fight any harder than we need to. The good thing about the trip that I showed you in the last videos is that these enemies do have a restriction on how they can aim at the Mako. They will always aim for the front end, so a good strategy is to keep the front end of the Mako obscured while you take shots from a distance. This is if you're considering the Mako for combat. If you are level 60, you don't have to worry too much about the experience penalties. So, a little tidbit if you want to make your lives a little bit easier, especially on Insanity difficulty. Thankfully, Insanity in Mass Effect 1, in my humble opinion, is nowhere, it's not as tough as Insanity in Mass Effect 3, so they have upped the difficulty a bit in Mass Effect 3 just a little bit, but that might be a restriction on the gameplay itself and how they've changed up the gameplay from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3 a bit. But we've almost got this Geth Colossus down. Let's keep the pressure up and keep on delivering as much firepower as we can. These guys are not standing too much of a chance. That's exactly what we like to see. We do not want to fight fair because the enemy has no intention of fighting fair with us. At least that's my philosophy to combat in this game. Okay. Let's take out the rest of the guys in these towers. Okay, almost there. Let's inch out just a little bit. There we go. Oh boy. Got a sniper. I see him. Right there. Gotcha. Bye-bye. Oh, getting dealt with, baby. You getting lit up. Oh, damn it. Can't hit him. Wait. Well, that didn't work out too well, but almost got him. Alright, let's move in for the final thrust. And I don't want to get too far into the middle of this outpost because there is a little danger. This is not the last of the Geth. Like on the planet of Magi and the planet of Caspian, a Geth dropship will come down and start dropping reinforcements. Alright. Okay, we've got reinforcements, but this time looks like we got quite a bit of a fight in our hands. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be dropping down 2 Geth Primes, and what Geth Primes will actually do is they will actually provide passive buffs to the Geth units nearby. They become much more aggressive and much more powerful. And these guys can whittle down the Mako shields in almost no time at all. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move the Mako out of range and use the opportunity to start sniping from a distance.
Think we got him, Commander.
No we haven't, Tally. Go ahead and just get back there. Thank you. You want to be extremely careful because what Geth Primes love to do is they love to spam overload, and they love to spam damping. So if you're a biotics user, you may find yourself in a situation where you cannot use your biotic powers effectively because they will keep stunning your ability to recharge your biotics. Looks like they've noticed us. Okay. Alright. Let's keep the pressure up on these guys. From right here, we are actually getting hit by somebody is out here far enough where they can land shots on us. Might be someone else out here. Nope. Okay. It's just this guy then. These two right here. Let's get the pressure up on this shock trooper right here, and he is down. Next up is the Geth Prime itself. Now, have you ever seen me in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, which, you know, is very rare nowadays? What I actually like to do for some time was I actually like to change up the color scheme for the Geth Juggernaut and make it look like the Geth Prime unit from Mass Effect 1. A little thing I got obsessed with over time. It's kind of the fun thing about running around with the Geth Juggernaut in multiplayer, but enough of that. What I want to do is I want to keep the pressure up on this Geth Prime unit and take it out so it can stop providing passive bonuses to the nearby Geth. Alright, he is down. Okay, let's go ahead and take out this shock trooper right here. We still have one more Geth Prime unit left, so we cannot rest. There's no rest for the weary here. You gotta keep the pressure up. Okay, let's be extremely careful here. We do not want to get killed, especially not now when we're this close to victory. Take out this rocket trooper real quick. Done deal. Surprised I got that shot, considering that we got hit with a nearby blast. That recoil that can happen whenever weapons fire impacts makes it a little bit difficult if you're a sniper character. My advice is take your time, don't rush things, and you'll be just fine. Alright. Now, Geth Primes do have a lot of health, so don't be surprised if it takes a while to take them down. Alright. Let me turn on Assassination. There we go. Got a ton of damage on this guy. Almost there. Any time now, any day. There we go. He is down. Okay, this fight should be a lot easier now. Now that both of the Geth Primes are down, this is going to be relatively straight sailing from here. Okay, what else is next? I've got a rocket trooper and a shock trooper. Oh wait, two of them. Okay, two rocket troopers. Okay, we don't want to take chances here. Let's take these guys out as quickly as possible. There we go. Alright, one more. Let's take him out. His shields are regenning. That's okay.
Just one outpost left. I'm going to miss slaughtering Geth like this.
Yeah, I bet you would, Rex. By the way, let's go ahead and get back in the Mako. We are done on planet Antibaar. Before we do that, however, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Just drive to the middle of this Geth fortification. Gotta keep up the tradition, baby. Gotta do it. Yup. Oh yeah. Should I do it in the Mako or should I do it on foot? Let's do it on foot first. Got my gun salute, baby. Oh yeah, that's right. Feel the victory. Feel the victory. Feels good. Tastes good. Tastes great. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot the top of this hill. Let's shoot this thing right here. Yeah. It's like a volcano erupting. Oh yeah. Look at that. Volcanic eruption. Cryovolcano. Yeah. Okay. Having too much fun. I'm a weird person. This is what I do for fun. But let's go ahead and call for exfil, and I will see you guys back at the CIC. Alright, we are done in Antibaar, so we have one more outpost left before we have to hit the main hub world for the Armstrong Nebula. But that's going to have to be in the next 2 episodes. For now, this is GreatTreeJam, and I just want to wish you guys a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next. And I hope to see you in my next vid. But until then, bye!